Welcome to episode 2 of Nisemonogatari. Last time, we had a pretty simple reintroduction, but we know that Senjogahara is at some point going to be kidnapping Araragi for protection from something. So he's looking to find out whatever trouble his sister Karen has gotten up to. It is the Karen B arc, despite her not actually appearing in the first episode. So we'll see how all that plays out. We're going to watch and discuss. We've got the subtitles and the timer on the screen if you want to follow along that way. Or you can pull up the episode on the side. But either way, let's go ahead and watch episode 2. In 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, and we're starting off with some heavy music. Alright, so we get I was wondering about their ages. She is 15. She's a badass martial artist. From sports to fighting. Yeah, she looks pretty good. Good form. Screw femininity, she'll kick your ass. And then there's Tsukihi. So she's just a little bit younger. Her outside belies her inside. I see. Quick to anger. Sounds badass. The 3 hair pokey things. We are justice itself. I'm still thinking about that line. Yes. Alright. Thinks they're make-believe. Well then. That's part of where the title of the show comes from. I'm still thinking about her outside belies her insides, but her insides do not belie her outsides. Does that make sense? Am I overthinking it? Anyway, like she looks all girly, but inside she's quick to anger. But doesn't it work both ways? Anyway, this is different. This is different than episode 1. We get a lot of Karen. There's a bee. But while this is playing, close-up of a mouth. Anyway, if you enjoy these videos, subscribe to the channel. Nisemonogatari. I really like the colors. Comes out every Saturday. With other videos every day of the week. Also check out the description below. I like how she has an egg in her hair. Check out the description below, Marshmallow Justice, for Patreon and all that other stuff. If you want to get these videos early and vote for which shows I watch and all that kind of stuff, thank you so much. Alright, that's a fun opening. There's a lot of bees, though. Creepy. Alright, we're here to see Sengoku. Hi. Whoa, she looks totally different with her bangs pulled back. Not totally different, but enough to warrant a whoa. Yeah, I didn't do that at all. I would never. Definitely makes her look a little older. Which is obviously what she was going for. So we have the place all to ourselves, and I'm going to lock every lock. Very pink. Okay, no opening the closet. Got it. The hell's the... You got a fingerprint scanner? Everything is so pink. Yeah, that's where. Sit on the bed. If you sit anywhere else, I'll kill you. No going in the closet, no sitting anywhere other than the bed. I'm going to take my clothes off. Jesus, she is... Wow. So you gotta take it off. There's a very strict rules that you must obey. The what? He took it off. He had to. It's the rule. I mean, she is being very, very forward. She knows what she wants. Like, just the board game? That's right. I think it showed that in Bake. They were playing something. I guess it was probably that. That's just a lie. That's a damn lie. Everything's good ever since? That's good. That's not good if that shit's spreading around. They're up to something, but who knows what. They're trying to be defenders of justice and whatnot. Well, yeah, but clearly they could end up being used for real problems, real trouble. But if that's a possibility, then it's still a bad thing. I guess they're trying to find the source of them. Yeah, they don't have that direct experience yet. Okay. Well, either way, they're trying to find who's behind it, so I guess we're gonna go into that. We're gonna learn more about where this came from, giving Nadeko a little more screen time. Rara is Tsukihi, right? Because obviously Rara comes from Araragi, so it could be either, but I think it's Tsukihi. Whichever. Yes, just got that one strap just hanging down. I'm not going to fix it. The hair? Yeah, I'd say it. I'd say it works. Yeah. You've never heard of Twister? The hell world do you live in? What? Oh, we're not going to see them play Twister? I wanted to watch them play Twister. Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. Oh, wow. I mean, that's just about to show entire boobage. You are a pervert. I wanted to watch more of the Twister, but okay. I suppose so. Mrs. Sengoku saved the day. Hello! This music is... the hat and the scarf with this music. What a great first scene for her, for this show. It's like marching. Do it. Go ahead. Just, why not? Of course, that makes sense to me. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Fantastic. Makes sense. I agree. You can do whatever you want. I wouldn't put that past her, though. Oh, see, not impossible. Very rare. Okay. Yeah. While playing basketball? Awesome. I've never watched nude basketball. I don't know. It'd be a pretty good contest. Oh, who? Grandmother! Oh, well. Watching her naked ass granddaughter on the phone. Maybe she just approved. Maybe you misread. My granddaughter is so liberated. Look at her. Are we going to go over to her house? Is she going to stay naked? All right. I was getting very wrapped up in that music. Oh, hello. Karen is just walking on her hands? Because why not? Whoa, damn. What the hell? Jesus. My God. Got her little fang. How did this happen? Handstands are cool. Not even a handstand, walking on her hands. I'm sorry? Just like neighborhood watch? My God. Who the hell do you think I am? I don't know. You're serving society by walking on your hands. Hundreds? What? Cutting them down? What have you done with them? Have you locked them up? Have you killed them? Have you banished them to the Shadow Realm? Go ahead. Manufacture your own running gag. Do it. Yeah, you seem real busy. Oh, she has an egg on her pants, too. Or it's the zipper on her jacket. Either way, there's 2 eggs. At least. Well, thank God. The whole thing. And there she goes. What a grand exit. If I could do that, I'd do it all the time. And all the books. Hi. I didn't, when I said, will you still be naked, I didn't think she would be. I hoped, but I didn't think. By all means, turn over. I forgive you. It's entirely forgiven. Well, I like that her hair's a little longer. Yeah. Yeah. Once again, just like Kizu 3, hope you guys are having fun watching this with me. Right there, me on the screen, right next to this. Yes, it's fine. What's up? Okay. Couldn't have gotten dressed beforehand. Well then. A little bit dressed. Not very much. Well, that's nice. They all signed. What is that on the left? Mixed in with all the books. Like construction hats or something for this. I don't know. She's got fast growing hair. Yeah, it's because she's lewd. The hornier you are, the faster your hair grows. Pepperoncino. Why would it be? Is she naked again? What? What is wrong with you? No, she wasn't naked again, just heavy cleavage. Anyway. Hi. What are you talking about? Yeah, you tried to say that there's a rainbow. You said he had a dirtier mind than you, and there's no way. There's just no way. Oh, this show so far is just like random interactions with all the girls before we get into any like plot, but it's really fun. And scenes like uh, this just feels like it should just be straight up porn. It looks so beautiful, the art and the character designs and everything. Definitely the best characters to ever be in a porn. Why does that? How does that I don't even understand that logic. Well, I mean, as opposed to ugly men? I mean, I get that he means like pretty boys, I think, but like how does that make you not perverted? Unless by perverted you mean like in a weird way with like a weird fetish, but just in terms of like general horniness like this, you can't say she's not a little pervy. Okay. Okay, so when you get into the hardcore BL, you get more variation, so she wants to prove her perversion and that she's not just into that. Oh my god. Okay. I think she's gonna snap your spine. What did she? Oh my god! What did she do? Did he just get raped? He's Mayoi. This is actual rape. Well, that's really kind of you. Not the first thing though, just the second thing. I'll still do it. Wow. He just got sexually assaulted, teaching him that sexual assault is bad. What a character arc. So that was literally just softcore porn. I had a strong urge to just stop the recording for a bit and anyway. Yeah, and I'm not complaining. So so yeah, while we build up to whatever's going on, we just get some more run-ins. We get Nadeko, Karen, and Kanbaru. With little hints of what's to come in the plot. Still haven't seen Senjo Gahara in the main timeline here. Just saw her after the kidnapping. Haven't seen Hanekawa. She was just on the phone. Big props to Studio Shaft and the original character designer, of course, for just the solid work. Those Kanbaru scenes, like, you did a damn good job. That's really all I ask for. If you're gonna have fan service, just make it look good. Like, if it just looks bad, or even just looks generic, then it's like, I don't even need to see it. But if it just looks real fucking good, Go ahead. Just like anything, like with an action scene, like if it's really well animated, then cool. Same with fan service, like if it's really well drawn, then cool, I'll appreciate it on a technical level. In addition to other levels. Anyway, let's talk about that. Alright, episode 2 of Nisemonogatari kind of continues what episode 1 was doing, just sort of reintroducing us back to everything and giving Araragi interactions with each of the girls. We haven't had Senjugahara yet in the present, just with the kidnapping thing that's going to happen, and we've only had Hanekawa over the phone, but we get to see Karen in this episode, which is good because the arc is named after her. I like her eggs. It's a very interesting little detail, like the little egg thing in her hair and on her jacket or whatever it is, and just the yellow outfit in general. The sisters' designs are good, but I especially like Karen's from what I've seen so far. We get some Nadeko and some Kanbaru, and so it's not a lot of like crazy plot progression. Like in Bakemonogatari, by the end of episode 2, I was possibly in tears? Either way, I was extremely affected by Senjugahara's story and the way that was all done. This one is taking things a little slower and just having some more fun conversations with these girls and building up to whatever is to come and having a lot of fan service, which is fucking awesome, honestly. Like, it's just really good. Kanbaru was especially, you know, that I just gotta get used to it, you know. It's awkward enough for me making these videos, even though I'm the only one in the room. Just knowing that I am putting this up for other people to watch with me, it's already a little awkward, so I don't know how it is for all of you to actually, if you pull the episode up on the side and then me next to it and you got my face staring at you right next to all that. I don't know. Maybe it increases it for you. Maybe you're into that, but either way. But, yeah. Like, that stuff, starting with Kizu 3, obviously was way in your face and hilarious. And so now to get this, which is way, I guess, tamer than in Kizu 3, because you don't have Araragi actively attempting to grope and saying all the shit that he was saying, but just in terms of the pure fan service, her body being presented. Like, what can I say other than that it was super fucking hot? Like, the art is amazing, and the character designs are amazing, and they know how to make it look good. And sometimes that's all you need. Like, from fan service, if it's depending on the show that it's in, depending on the scene that it's in, the context that it's in, you know, can be done really well. If it's funny, that can be worthwhile. Sometimes all it needs to be worthwhile is just to be hot. Like, if it's just generic-looking anime girl and just her boobs just come out in generic way, it's like, oh, that happened, I guess. It doesn't even register as, like, a sexual thing, even if you're attracted to the character, because it's just too shitty and generic. But when you got it looking as good as it does here, and a situation like this, like him coming to her house and her getting naked on the phone and her grandma walking past and being disappointed, it's really funny and over the top, and it's also just looks amazing. It's basically softcore porn again, and I don't really have a problem with that. Like, it got to the point where she was naked for so long, and they were going into it so hard that I was like, if I wasn't recording, there'd probably be other things that I'd be doing while watching this episode, if you catch my drift. But anyway, we have him going over to Sengoku, looking quite different with the bangs pulled away. I'd say it makes her look more mature, and this is just more fan service here of her being pretty open here towards Araragi, like basically doing everything she can outside of just directly asking him to just have sex with her right then and there. I would have liked to see more of the Twister game. I feel like there's a lot you could have done with that, and I'm surprised that more wasn't done with it, honestly. But just everything with these rules about how he must take off his jacket and he must sit on the bed, and she's gonna take some of her stuff off, and those straps are just happen to always kind of be hanging down and maybe getting lower and lower, and all this stuff, and no looking in the closet, and I have to wonder what that's about. What's gonna eventually build up with Nadeko's character, since she's really the one that got the least amount of focus in Bake, where we'll eventually go with her, probably in some weird, unexpected direction. I mean, she's already being so forward, like it's probably eventually going to get way out of control and go into full creepy territory, but this scene is also used to give us a little more plot direction about the charms that are being spread around that are related to the Nadeko snake arc from Bake, which is cool, because that arc was my least favorite. It was just very quick, and Nadeko was the least interesting of all the girls, so it just didn't really have a lot of impact other than seeming to set up things that would probably happen in the future. So to call back to that is pretty nice. And to reintroduce that plot element, that somebody is spreading these around, Karen and Tsukihi are involved, being the defenders of justice that they claim to be, trying to get to the source, and not even for, like, moral reasons, because it is true that Nadeko's case was very unusual and not the norm with these charms, although I would argue that just the possibility of something like that happening is pretty bad. It's just, they don't like the fact that this is a fad, so they're going after them, so I guess we're going to tie everything back into that, which is pretty cool. Incorporate Karen and Tsukihi and what they're doing, and whatever else we've got going on here, however this leads to Senjugahara kidnapping Araragi, back into that plot, which is nice. I didn't really expect that specifically to come back. Of course, Nadeko would get more focus, but where those charms came from and who's behind that, I guess we're going to get introduced to that person, whoever they may be, which would be pretty cool. I wonder what kind of person this is going to be, because Araragi is saying, like, you shouldn't assume they have some kind of motive. They weren't, like, trying to start a fad or anything, but they think there's something more suspicious to it, and clearly he apparently needs protection, according to Senjugahara, in the future. So what is this person going to be like? What are their motives going to be for spreading this around? What are they trying to accomplish? How serious is this going to get? How large scale? I don't know. So far, it's been very simple, so I can't wait to see where it goes. But they're saved by Nadeko's parents coming home, and we get the Karen scene, which is really cool. I like the music a lot during this episode, and just the visuals of everything Karen is doing, like walking on her hands and all the bending and everything she's doing as she patrols the streets, and just getting to know her a little bit. And they talk about having a conversation later that night with both her and Tsukihi at home, and I don't think that's going to happen because I think he'll be kidnapped before then. But yeah, like I said, so far this show has been mostly funny interactions with like a little bit of plot development in there, but it's been very entertaining, and just like the build-up with Nadeko's charm stuff, and whoever that guy is going to be, or woman or whatever, I want to see how the Fire Sisters are going to play into it, like with them envisioning themselves as these defenders of justice. What have they actually done? What will they actually do going forward? Like, clearly Karen is a pretty badass martial artist. She seems pretty capable, but like they say, they probably don't believe in oddities at all. They probably haven't had any kind of experience with that stuff. As far as we know, anyway. I guess we couldn't say for sure, but that's most likely the case. And we had the conversations in episode 1 talking about Araragi potentially sharing his secrets with them and what that would mean to bring them into things, and I know they're going to have to eventually. They're going to have to learn the truth, get brought into this world of oddities. And so how will that go? How will they fare when confronted with this person spreading those charms around and learning about all this? This might lead to her getting in over her head and Araragi having to go try to help her out. We'll see how that goes. But then we get the Kanbaru stuff, which, like I said, hilarious and unbelievably sexy. Like, it was just super entertaining. The phone call is great. Just people teasing Araragi is just fantastic. I mean, Senjugahara does it enough for a dozen people on her own, but then when everybody else does it too, it's just so good. Talking about being naked, and being naked outside the house, and him just trying to figure out what's the truth and what's a lie, and figure out what she's talking about, and the grandmother passing by and saying that he might have a dirtier mind than her, which, I mean, who could even, I don't think it's even worth comparing. You both win. But then coming over, and I joked, I said, will she still be naked? I was kind of just hopeful. And then she was. And the books that he was looking through, and the whole conversation about what kind of men she would be into in the BL, in the yaoi stuff, and defending her tastes, and the whole construction site layout of it all, visually, and just, it looked so good. Like, there's just so much detail and talent in the art as it zooms in on her body and everything, and I mean, it just looked really damn good. And then what she eventually changes into is still doesn't cover all that much, and the outfits and character designs, they just look so good. And then the idea that he is sexually assaulted and he becomes Mayoi. And he's like, now I understand how it feels. I won't commit these crimes anymore. He says the first thing. Like, when I see Mayoi, I won't assault her first thing. So maybe, like, he'll say hi, think about it a little bit, and then do it. But either way, he's considering toning down that a bit now that he's experienced it and knows how it feels, which, when you put too much thought into it, is incredibly dark. The fact that he's been assaulting this child and has now been sexually assaulted himself and understands what it's like to be a victim of such a thing. But when you put the amount of thought into it that you're supposed to, which is very little because it's supposed to be goofy fan service stuff, it's just really funny. Her talking about all the words that she thought were dirty, just great stuff. I love Kanbaru. She's extremely entertaining and funny and doujin worthy, I guess. I don't typically look up doujins, like, ever. I've never really felt the need to do that, like, to see specific characters in shows that I've watched in these other types of situations. But I feel like this is a character that I kind of feel like I need to do this for research purposes. You've just got the whole naked situation, the other outfit, the jersey, and the whole thing is like, I must do it. I have the courage to do it. I don't think there's a ton more to say other than just, going into every teeny detail that I found funny, but it was just mostly an entertaining episode with great character interactions and funny, pervy dialogue and great fan service, kind of an introduction to Karen and little directions for where the story's going to be going. So I'll just go look for that other stuff now. Are there any about a nude basketball camp? There has to be, and I will find it. If not, I'll make it myself. Thanks for watching. Leave your thoughts on this episode down in the comments below, and we can talk about it then. There. I'm all flustered. What's happening? Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy. Patreon is a thing. That's in the description if you want to do that. Thanks, and goodbye.